Good day. Now we're going to talk about the TIP model or the technology integration model, TIP model or the technology integration planning. This model gives teachers a general approach to addressing challenges involved in integrating technology into teaching. The TIP model provides a guide and procedures and issues to address for new teachers and those just beginning to integrate technology into their classroom. So the TIP has five phases. One, determining relative advantage. Two, deciding on objective and assessment. Three, designing integration strategies. Four, preparing the instructional environment. And five, evaluating and revising integration strategies. Each of the model's five phases outlines a set of planning and implementation steps that help ensure technology use will be efficient and successful in meeting needs. Each phase is accompanied by a checklist of questions to ensure effective uses. So, phase one, determining relative advantage. This phase focuses on figuring out instructional problems and deciding if a technology based solution is the best solution in a classroom setting. So, the focus question in this phase is that why should I use a technology based method? So, as a teacher, you should identify current teaching problems in the classroom and which technology based methods that may offer good solutions to these problems. And then when deciding to use technology based strategies, teachers should ask themselves two questions. Number one, what is the problem I am addressing? So, you, as a teacher, should not only focus on technologies because it's only part of the solution. Instead, look for evidence that there really is a problem that makes you want to integrate technology into the teaching and learning process. Two, do technology based methods offer a solution with sufficient relative advantage? You should estimate the impact that others have gained while using technology based instruction. Consider the required effort and expense it will take and ask yourself, is it worth it?
Decide on objectives and assessments. In this phase, teachers decide on certain objectives that they want students to achieve at the end of the lesson from the technology integrated lessons and design phase to assess how well students have learned. Writing objectives is a good way of setting clear expectations for what technology based methods will accomplish. And it should be noted that the desired objectives will improve students' achievement, attitude, and performance in the class. How will I know students have learned? Teachers should ask themselves these questions when thinking about outcomes and assessment strategies. First, what outcomes do I expect from using the new methods? Focus on the results and not on the process. Make statements observable and measurable. Second, what are the best ways of assessing these outcomes? Use written tests to assess skills achievement outcomes. Use evaluation criteria checklists to assess complex tasks or products. Use rubrics to assess complex tasks or products. Phase 3, Design Integration Strategies. In designing integration strategies, teachers should decide on activities that incorporate technology resources to the teaching and learning process. When teachers create an instructional design for technology integration, they consider the characteristics of their topic and the needs of their students. Question: what teaching strategies and activities will work best? Teachers should ask themselves what kinds of instructional methods are needed in light of objectives and student characteristics. He or she could use content approach and group approach.
Now we go to phase 4, prepare the instructional environment. In this phase, teachers decide the resources to be used and the conditions in order to support the activities in the teaching and learning process. Focus question for this phase is, are essential conditions in place to support technology integration? Teachers can integrate technology successfully only if they have adequate hardware, software, and technical support available to them. So, in other words, teachers teach based on the resources they have available to them. Teachers should make sure that their instructional environment meets all of the following essential conditions: adequate hardware, software, media, time to use resources, special needs of students, planning for technology use. Phase 5, evaluate and revise integration strategies. The last phase is focused on the collection of students' achievements and determining if the activities were successful in meeting outcomes and determining what could be improved.
Hello there! For today's video, we'll be talking about Bloom's digital taxonomy. But before that, let us first have a short glimpse of how this taxonomy came from. Educational psychologist Benjamin Bloom developed a taxonomy of learning objectives in 1956 as a structure to understand the learning process, divided into three psychological domains: cognitive, or processing information; affective, attitudes and feelings; and psychomotor, or the physical skills. This taxonomy possessed progress from lower order thinking skills to higher order thinking skills. The levels he identified were knowledge, comprehension, application, analysis, synthesis, and evaluation. Bloom's taxonomy followed the thinking process with the logic that you cannot understand a concept if you don't first remember it. Similarly, you cannot apply knowledge and concepts if you do not understand them. 40 years later, Lorraine Anderson and David Catwell, former students of revisited Bloom's taxonomy, publishing a revised version in 2001, which reordered the sequence of categories and used verbs rather than nouns to describe each category. It is the revised version that Andrew Churches used to develop his digital taxonomy, keeping Anderson and Catwell's categories of remembering, understanding, applying, analyzing, evaluating, and creating, but extending them into the digital environment. Remembering is the act of retrieving knowledge, in this case, digitally, and can be used to produce definitions and lists. It is the lowest of the taxonomic level, but it is usually the most important for the learning process. At this level, the use of basic searches is a relevant task for students to undertake. You would need to be able to identify a legitimate search engine, such as Google, Bing, or Yahoo, and understand how it works. With access to a vast quality of information in the digital age, it is not the remembering of information but the knowledge of how to retrieve it that is important. This task tests your ability to find access to necessary resources and is a skill that is built on and used in all of our levels. The next level in the taxonomic structure is understanding, which is defined as the construction of meaning and the building of relationships. A learning activity at this level could involve the categorizing and tagging of bookmarks through a social bookmarking application such as Delicious. The tags can be further categorized through the creation of tag bundles, which are used to group similar tags together. This task allows you to organize the information you have retrieved, create links between sources, and construct meaning from this categorization process. Applying is the level where you apply learned knowledge or processes to a situation. You implement the skills you have learned to produce a presentation, document, or simulation. Here, the editing of a wiki page, such as Wikipedia, would be an appropriate learning activity. In any case, you should have relevant and original information to add to the page. Following the editing guidelines available from the Wikipedia website, edit the page and their material to it, keeping a similar writing style to the rest of the article. In this task, you have used material you have generated through independent research and carried out an editorial procedure to add this to a wiki page. Analyzing is the level where you learn process of data, divide it into two parts and determining the relationship between these parts and overall purpose of the project. At this level, the use of an online service tool as per remotely could be an appropriate learning activity. Is evaluation. This level requires you to make criteria-based judgment through the process of critiquing and checking. A task that you could do at this level will be moderating responding comments made on the blog post. Creating is the final level. storing knowledge, analyzing it, and evaluating outcomes and processes to construct the end product. Bloom's digital taxonomy provides the opportunity for a number of different learning activities for students using a variety of digital tools. Several have been highlighted earlier, but others could be chosen by a teacher or the student. So the aim of the taxonomy is not to focus on a specific goal, but to ensure that the student processes through the hierarchy of levels, building what they have learned and using the skills as they move from lab